Welcome back, everyone. This is the video on the dark web. Let's get the basic understanding on what the dark web is. First thing we need to understand in an example way. Look at this iceberg. This iceberg basically gives you a very clear idea. I will tell you how. When you look at the iceberg, you can see the only tip of the iceberg or the outer part of the iceberg, right? And there is something inside of it. That's not really that clear, right? And that we can put an analogy or kind of correlations with the dark web. The thing you see on the top is basically the surface web. Basically the public web. That is what you access through your normal browser or maybe accessing Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, everything, your net banking, your social media account. The personal business works everything, right? See how this works everything that you. Let's say you go to Google and type such maybe cat. The moment you type this, you get thousands of results coming at, right? How that really comes in? As because of indexing, Google index every website, every pages of it, every pages Google indexer. So that you get to see on the result and how that really works whenever somebody create a website. Okay, it makes sure that this website should be crawled by Google. So Google, basically, in a period of time goes to 1,000, not really thousand, all those millions, and millions of websites in a period, and then call those website their individual pages and bring it to on your search result, right? So if any website or any website is not indexed, you won't be able to see that on your result page, right? So what do you see on the result? That comes in through the indexing, and that's called surface web or publicly available web. Now what you see on the down, that's something which is not freely accessible, and that's where the dark web really comes. And in the real world, the dark web is not really accessible by your normal browser. And for this, you might have to use different browsers, and I'll tell you what it is, right? The first thing is I just talked about it. It's not indexed by the normal browser. That's what the dark web is. The dark web is basically sites, kind of set of content is basically a set of it's a network, where we have a set of thousands of websites. Thousands of websites that are ending with .onion, right? So the way we have a TLD top-level domains. That may be starting with examples .com, .net, .in. We have .co, all those of, right? This is the top-level domain. That's how we identify any website that falls into .org as well, right? So similar to the dark web, whatever the web pages or content that present in the dark web that ends with a TLD.onion, right? And these are not indexes, that's why nobody can crawl it. Nobody gets to see what it is, right? That's why you aren't able to see those results with your in a Google indexing, right? Because it's not really an index by the developer itself. Now, of course, as I told you, that's a different set of browsers for it. In order to access those .onion sites and to access it, you need to make use of the Tor browser and tell you how to install and set up everything. Right now, why do we use it? Dark web, or why do we make use of Tor browser, is something different. Some in a way. We don't really make use of dark web, but to make use of Tor browser, it's very different. We make use of Tor browser for free speeches burn. For not really for dark web, but yes, for Tor browser, we make use of it for the free speech. It can help you to share the content, because they cannot be accessed by anyone. Even if you share any data on the .onion, you would ensure that nobody can access to it, right? So it'd help you there. And make sure you share some legitimate contact, right? But unfortunately does not really use for that healthy purpose. That's why it's heaven for all the illegal activities. Because on the one side you can use it for hiding your identity. Because when you are an activity of free speech or human rights, all that stuff. On the other hand, it gives you the powers of the bad people, who want to make use of multiple illegal activities, and those things are actually in a large number in a way. The people are making use of it on a very high number, although most of them are fraud. In order to make sure you get access to the dark web, you do some stuff. The people who provide you some services, you just get out of it. You know, the credit card will really never work. It is not really advisable to make use of it, but Bitcoin is the one that you know that should be used. Alright, so this is to give you an idea about what dark webs and how they really put the world really looks. Like on the natural. Alright, so I hope you got the idea about this content. I will catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.